So what's the secret? What is the secret to a great pitch shot? The handle end stays quiet and the club head is free to travel. It's like a drop kick sensation. Now this is massive. You play the ground and not the ball. That's right, the ground and not the ball. And the club head skips on the ground and slides under the ball. And that's it, that's all it is. That's how you play a pitch, like a pro. Nobody has ever learnt to chip and pitch well just by smashing the driver out there all day. But there are so many great golfers that have a great swing by spending hours hanging around the pitching green. That's where the magic happens and where all the good players hang out. Have you noticed? And that's the secret. Pitch putt, chip putt, that's golf. So what do we already know? Ball back in the stance, body weight left, lean your hands forward and keep your hands ahead through impact. And keep your head down and still. Come on. And yes, it does work. And this is pretty much the only shot we tend to hear about. So why have I got a problem with it? The combination of ball back, weight left and hands forward takes just about all the bounce off the shot. And the blade just wants to bite and dig from there. And it's so difficult to time, especially under pressure. I mean, it's just a shocker. Unless you practice 7 days of the week. Get in your garden, son. Just don't knife it. Many golfers think they've got to put the weight left, they slide the hips across, their spine is leaned right, which creates a lot of tilt and moves their head way to the right. And they wonder why they hit too far behind the ball. That is not how a tour player or a low handicap golfer plays a pitch shot. And please, whatever you do, don't swing left. If you swing left, the club face just wants to shut down and close and it's just going to bite and dig from there. If you were to stand up now and swing left and try to keep the club face open, it's a fight, isn't it? And that's with no ball. If you do the opposite and swing to the right, the club face will happily stay open all day long. The golden rule is you always swing out to the target. You react to the target. And that's exactly what we need. A slightly open club face to activate the bounce, the bulge at the back of the club, which helps the club head to glide through impact as the bounce reacts with the ground and slides under the ball, just like in the sand. I'll link that video to the end screen. Now I always get nervous when I see someone standing like this, with a delicate pitch shot. You just know the body's going to move around all over the place during the shot. I like to see a narrow stance which quietens down the body with the body weight evenly distributed on both feet. Stand level, straight up and down, with very little hip or shoulder tilt at address. Aiming slightly open, which allows your body to freely turn and move, just like when you throw a ball, roll a ball, play tennis, or football. You are free to react to the target. Ah, perfect green, hey? Anybody for tennis? Aim the club face at the target, which is now open in relation to your stance, which exposes the bounce even more so, and then take your grip. Don't grip and then open the face, because your hands and arms will want to find the natural position through impact, closing the face back to square at best. The ball position should be inside of your left heel for a standard shot. And position the ball inside of your right heel for a slightly lower ball flight. Now don't lean the shaft forward at address. The shaft angle should be neutral in the middle, or if you want more loft, then you can push the hands slightly back. Now, a good player that can pitch well knows you've got to let the club head work. Use and feel the weight of the club head in your hands and let the club head swing. Now, the speed and acceleration throughout the swing comes from the club head end and not the handle and grip end. Often when somebody comes for a pitching lesson, they tell me that they're using their wrists way too much and believe that they release the club head too early, flicking through impact. And in nearly all cases, it tends to be the complete opposite. When a golfer struggles with pitching, they tend to dip, lose height and fall back onto the right leg. Now, if you release from there, then you're just going to hit straight down into the ground before the ball. That's the horrible sensation that they feel and are afraid of. Do you know, and I do understand it's a vicious circle. If I stand up straight and push my hands forward, as we're all taught, and hold the angle, you can see the club head is too high. So you're going to have to dip to get down to the ball, which is very difficult to time. So really important with pitching is that your body remains upright, level, and you turn onto your left leg through impact. Keep it simple. Now, nearly all golfers that can't pitch pull on the handle, the club head reacts to the force and kicks back, drastically reducing the loft and bounce on the club head. Your wedge has just gone from 12 degrees bounce to a big fat 0. For a golfer that's not used to doing this, it can often feel strange and quite dangerous, but you've got to let the swing have some freedom with your wrists and allow the club head to work and swing as you turn onto your left side. Your hands and arms stay relatively centered as the club head is set free to travel easily, and the handle end stays quiet. Now, you really don't want to be pulling on the handle. You don't want the handle to move back and forth because the club head doesn't go anywhere. Now you want to finish tall and level and release down the target line, and don't roll the hands over. That's what engages the bounce. Now, many golfers that struggle with pitching hold on to the angle for dear life. The club head gets late and then they panic and flip. Allow the wrists to work and allow the club head to return back in front of you to engage the bounce, and use the club how it was designed. Now this is absolutely massive. It's a game changer. I mean, I'm trying to be dramatic because this is so important. If you get this into your head, it'll change the way you play a pitch shot forever. Now the secret to a great pitch shot is you play the ground first. Hey, so that's it, you're in. You're in the club. You know the secret. You play the ground first, and then the ball. And the bounce glides under the ball and increases the size of your hitting area. Now once you understand that, you've made it. The bounce will hit the ground first, glide on the ground and slip or skip under the ball, which feels like a drop kick sensation. With nice light grip pressure, allow the club head to return back to where it was at address and release down the target line. Now if you want more bounce and more loft, you can let the club head pass the hands through impact. So by far the most important shot in golf, the standout shot, is the pitch shot. It takes the pressure off your long game. And why do you think the tour putting average is so good? From 10 feet they make 41%, from 5 feet they make 81%, from 3 feet it's nearly 100%.
Pitching, well that was easy.
All great players are exceptional pitchers and awesome chippers. And that's my little boy down the street. He agrees with me.
Love it.
Yeah, great shot. Yeah, good shot. Perfect. Oh, Ruby.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe.